Welcome back to Maine Tiny Homestead. Today I'm going to show you how the onions are doing, and you might be able to tell it's raining out. Let's take a close look at the onions. Now these have been in the ground for a couple of months. I was very hopeful I was going to have a good yield this year, but I don't think it's going to be as good as I thought. I originally had 70 seedlings that I planted. They all looked awesome. I thought they were going to do great. And then right after I planted them, it was cold and rainy for 3 straight weeks. I lost half of them. There's only 42 left right now. So as you can see, some of these are a little bit larger than others. Some, I picked out all the ones that were half dead, and then some of them just died on their own. Let's look over here in this bed. I got the same thing happened over here. Half of them died. The weather was just brutal. There was no sun at all, and it was cold and rainy. But the ones that survived are actually really doing good. And as you can see with these, their leaves are getting tall, and there are numerous ones that are on there. In case you're wondering, that's carrots I have planted in between the 2 rows of onions. And they're just starting to pop up. I'll be thinning those out in the next week or so. But here's the second row of onions in this bed. And some of them have 4 to 5 leaves on them. What we're trying to do at this stage is really get as much green development as possible. The most I saw on any of these was 5 leaves, and the 5th one was just starting. So that's great. Each leaf represents a ring around the onion bulb. So far I have 5 rings, which is pretty good. So what we're trying to do is develop the greens as much as possible right now. Last weekend I actually side dressed them with a little bit of the trifecta to give them a boost. Onions are heavy feeders and they need a lot of water. So they've had a lot of water. It's raining right now. It poured the other day, and they kind of shot up a little bit because it was hot the last few days. And now we're going to go into another cold spell for another week. It'd be really about 10 degrees under normal, even for up here in Maine. It's going to be not even 60 for the next week and on and off rain. So this one here, you can see there's the 5. You have the 4 big ones, and then the little tiny one was the 5th one. So that's great. They're all about 4 to 5 right now, depending on which one it was. So that's really good. So I'm pretty excited for the rest of them. Although I did see on one of these cameras here, I have a camera in the bed, I saw a raccoon jumped in the bed the other night. So I have to kind of think of another thing to do to keep them out of the garden beds. Thanks for watching this onion update on Maine Tiny Homestead. We'll talk to you next time.